Hi Peter, this is Frankie Rodriguez from your eBay sale. I just thought I'd send you this quick video tutorial on how to reset the needle on your Mitutoyo. Bear with me, I don't have expensive camera equipment. This is literally my phone sitting on a jar of beef jerky, believe it or not. But anyhow, I have a nearly identical Mitutoyo 505 series caliper that I have recreated basically the same scenario that you have on your tool, which is a positive reading pretty close to about 10 thousandths. So what we're going to do to reset this today is you're going to take a small Phillips screwdriver, and then also another tool I use is just a paper clip. And what I do is we flip the caliper over and we're going to loosen these screws that hold on the rack. Now the rack, if you're not familiar with the nomenclature, the rack is this beam of metal with the teeth cut into it, and those teeth index with the gears, the pinion gear inside the movement. And we're going to loosen those 3 screws, 1, 2, and then there's another one under the sliding jaw here. I'm not going to loosen them that much. We don't need that much play here, and I've already pre-loosened mine, so yours are probably going to be much tighter than mine are on this tool. So once we get all 3 of those loosened, what we're going to do is we're actually going to move the rack to advance the needle, or actually in this case reverse the needle back to the 12 o'clock zeroed position. Let me just demonstrate what I mean here. So if I lock this clamp here, now that we have those rack screws loose, if I grip on this rack with my thumb, you could see that I could cause that needle to move around a little bit. And this is going to work in our favor because we could actually move that needle around until we could advance or reverse the needle back to the 0 position where we want it. Okay, so let's see where we're at right now. Right now we're showing a positive reading, which is what you're showing as well. And I think what I need to do is I need to pull back on that. Oops, maybe that's actually the opposite way. Let's see, let me play around with this a little bit. Okay, so now I'm showing a negative reading, which is actually what I want, because at this point I could stick my paper clip down this hole here and I could push on the needle, push on the rack until the needle goes where I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clamp the clamp here, and I'm going to push on the rack from the opposite end off camera, and look what happens. You actually kind of just carefully tap on it. I'm just tapping on it, sorry for the shaking, until that needle goes back to 0. So once I get it at 0, I'm going to go to the screws, each one of the screws, and I'm going to tighten it gently. I'm not going to do it very tight at this point because I want to verify that it's still zeroed. When I tighten each one of those screws, sometimes it'll coax the rack into the opposite direction I want, so then you'll have to redo it. So it's better to just do each one gently, and then once you get it close, looks like I'm very close right now. I'd almost call that good. I might be able to push on the rack just a little bit more. Okay, that looks good. And now I think I could tighten it fully. Okay, each one of the screws is going to get tightened fully now. Sorry, I'm doing everything off camera, but okay, so now we're at pretty much 0. You know, you could adjust that dial until it's at 0, and then we could verify. Get a gauge block here. About a half graduation, which is well within tolerance on this caliper. But that's all we do. If you have any questions, feel free to text me again, and I could try to walk you through it. And sorry for the stuff might be upside down here and there, but like I said, this is not fancy camera equipment. All right, thanks.